All right. Hello, everybody. What's up? How's it going? And welcome to the Speed Gaming Live 2021 Skyward Sword Randomizer Tournament.
And we've got a big race to start us off.
Yeah.
It's the first qualifier. We're just trying to see who's going to be getting into the brackets with these qualifier races. And on the restream, we have the number 2 and number 4 any percent runners for the game. So this is going to be a great race to watch too.
Yeah. Skyward Sword Randomizer still pretty new. It's about a year old at this point. And yeah, that's why a lot of people may not have heard of it from you, but it's still a great randomizer. And in the year we've made a lot of progress, I think.
We had a tournament at the start of the year, and there weren't even hints, and I cannot imagine playing without hints these days.
Yeah, that was interesting. Having a tournament without hints and everything. Won, by the way, by Gymnast86 here on the right side. KitKat was in the semis. Yeah, I don't think we had a third place match, or maybe we did. I can't remember. It's been 10 months or so. Well, maybe not quite that, but still, it's been a long time since that, and
it's been a long time.
I can't quite remember everything.
Skyward Sword Randomizer. Goal is just to beat the game. You need to get 2 Hylia's Realm, and you need to defeat Girahem and Demise. You need to complete 2 required dungeons in these settings, so our runners will, at the start of the game, they'll go see which dungeons they need. It's on a little board in the academy. And then they need to get all of the dungeons they need to complete those. Items they need to complete those dungeons. There we go. And they also need to get the harp and the master sword to open the Gate of Time. And if they somehow don't have access to Farron, by the time they've done all of that, they also need to find the Emerald Tablet so they can get to Farron. For anyone who never played Skyward Sword or doesn't have a clue how to beat the randomizer, that's what our runners are going to be looking for as we're going. Should still be a little bit before we go, but this, I'm excited. This is going to be a fun race to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Some very good runners here for the start, and it seems like we're starting.
Let's go.
So we're gonna be skipping cutscenes, as in every good game. Every good game allows you to skip cutscenes, obviously. All right, and let's see.
Runners.
Now here we've got our first check of the game, basically. It's a forced check that we cannot skip, and it's a gratitude crystal pack. Very interesting.
Gratitude crystal packs. There are 7. No, there's more than 7. There's a lot of gratitude crystal packs. You can turn them in
13
for rewards at Betro. And there are also 15 single gratitude crystals sitting around Skyloft at night. Jim is getting Owlin first?
Okay, interesting. I mean, it doesn't make too much of a difference.
I suppose. It's just nice that talking to him magically refills your stamina bar.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, here we've got the practice sword chest, which is a hard piece. Kinda nice because Skyward Sword is actually a hard game, especially when it comes down to the end game and the horde fight. Doing that only with 6 hearts is very hard.
If anyone can do it, it's the runners we've got on Restream, but the game is also on hero mode because it allows for general faster gameplay, and it allows for a few tricks with Skyward Strikes that you can't do outside of hero mode. So the runners are also going to be taking double damage, which is a lot of fun. And hearts will not drop. So, but in Skyward Sword, there are a lot of tricks that involve intentionally dying, so you don't always want your health to be full anyways.
Yeah. Oh, cave ski.
That sounds like we're going to Sand Sea. I don't like seeing cave ski this early in Logic, when I'm playing at least.
Alright, more crystals.
Be interesting to see if the runner goes to Betrow. We'll be able to see which pillar we have when they're leaving the goddess statue here. In these settings, we start with one pillar. It looks like it's Eldon, because I don't see any others. Not a lot of items here for our runners. There are 7 things that they can get, if I remember correctly, in Eldon.
Yeah,
They do have
if
options.
the Elden Pillar is the open one, I'm actually not quite sure about that, because I feel like we should have seen Elden by now. Bit of a mystery in here.
Well, we'll know soon enough. Our runners still... Ooh,
Oh,
bomb bag!
Bombs.
This opens up the shop as well. We have cheap purchases in Beetle Shop, so 5 things there are going to be randomized. Yeah, there it is, Eldon.
Alright, there we go. It is Elden.
Gymnast pulling ahead just a little bit. Neither runner made a bit magic file either.
Yeah.
Two songs in the waterfall cave.
Oh boy. Runners are very happy about that.
Both runners grabbing these 40 rupees here too. That's not something you would have seen very recently. We should be learning a little bit more about the seed coming up here, just from the hint stones that our runners are going to be getting.
Because the question has come up in chat, we will get trackers on stream. The people are working on it hard in the background, so just bear with us until you'll actually have trackers on stream. So now we're gonna see Jim getting the first hint stone in here. Let's take a look. What do we got in here?
Sand Sea is barren.
Sand Sea is barren. That's actually a really good hint. Because nobody likes Sand Sea.
Yeah, no one likes Sand Sea. Sand Sea takes a long time, and it's sand everywhere.
Yeah.
No items there for our runners, and the sand chip boss key had nothing, which is kind of a longer trek out of the way. So our runners will know that they don't need to go there. Jim already going to Elven.
There were myths and spiral charge. I could not quite read the check names though.
Hopefully we'll see Jim go back to that one.
Yeah, so Jim is in Elden now. There's like a bunch of Spear Zero checks in here.
7 sphere 0 checks, and then one more thing you can get with the bomb bag. KitKat getting hit by the tornadoes there. And Randomizer, the Loftwing speed, they removed the speed cap on it, or they just raised it real high. So you can go real fast, and those tornadoes pop up and hit you completely without warning.
That looked like a way of the hero for Farron on KitKat's end, I think. I am not quite sure about that. I might have misseen that.
Oh, the harp for
the
Gymnast.
harp. Very interesting.
I believe that doesn't open much for him now, but that is a required item. It's nice to find.
Yeah, definitely.
And our dungeons were Sandship and what else?
I've no idea, honestly. I've already forgot again. Alright.
There's that spiral charge that was hinted for KitKat, Gymnast picking it up, so that hint's not going to help KitKat very much. Spiral charge, 2 more checks in the sky. And the scale.
Scale, oh boy.
A lot of items that don't have very much use because our runners do only have access to Eldon so far. But a few things gonna be popping up in the sky after Gymnast is leaving here.
Alright, so we got KitKat now as well. Making his way to Eldon.
I think our runners are just 3 songs away from having everyone in the game. Ooh, what is KitKat doing here? That's an intentional death.
Is he doing the RBM? No. That was not intentional, I guess.
Huh.
Alright, also I can finally take a look at chat. Been a while. I had a bit of a weird setup in here, but yeah, now I'm all good. You can take a look at chat. So there is any questions in there, we're happy to answer them.
Let me pop open chat as well. So right now, KitKat's just treading over things. Gymnast is already done, entering Eldon a little bit behind because he went through the sky first.
Yeah, there's the harp for KitKat as well now. Now, let's think. We've seen... Oh, Jim getting circles. Very nice.
Very nice circles. The circles you'd expect from a top runner.
Yeah.
Circles, they don't do anything. They just look cool.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do as well. Gymnast does have access to this trial. Believe that our runners are just 1 song of the hero piece away from having all the trial songs chart in a convenient place, so we won't be seeing the long and complicated fantasy skip RBM that item. Runners just have the item, so they'll use it when they get into the sand ship.
Alright. Jim going up to
He doesn't
the
have
Buildigger cave.
Or earrings, so he's just getting this hint stone.
Yeah, interesting choice.
It's not a choice that I hate, though. The hint stones in the sky, Gymnast doesn't know yet, but they aren't the most useful. Academy and
Skyloft
Betrow.
Academy and Betrow. Oh boy.
So Betrow has something our runners need, potentially. And he reset his console to quickly get back to the base of Elden Volcano. It's a quick detour for a hint. I can't say I hate it. Didn't take him very long, and he didn't have to walk back. I don't expect we'll see KitKat make the same play, because that is a little left field, but... And for anyone still wondering, the tracker, it's working hard to get it set up in the background, but this is our first Skyward Sword race, so it's just not ready yet.
Yeah, it's still a little bit in the baby shoes. We'll grow out of them eventually.
So, Gymnast, knowing that Betrow is Way of the Hero, I wonder if we'll see him go to Betrow soon, because he only has 15 crystals, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean, that's about the best thing you could do in this right now. I mean, what else can you do? Jim
He's going through
can
the
still
sky
get
now.
the right. I forgot he's got Spiral
He did
Charge.
get Spiral Charge.
I forgot
Spiral
about
Charge,
that.
an item that it is very likely to have items behind it, especially this early in a seed when you're running out of. Oh, KitKat didn't get
KitKat
circles.
not getting circles, damn.
Bad omen. And I think we'll be seeing Pero's bottle as well. KitKat
Yeah,
did not get that, if I remember.
I remember. I'm pretty sure KitKat talked to Ariel. He never got back to Skyloft though.
We
C-Char.
should be seeing him doing that right about now, unless he does the same thing Jim did, which I don't expect.
Oh.
No, he's doing it.
He's also getting the Buildigger. That was a Thunderhead. Mids are in Thunderhead. Okay. Jim can go there actually. I think he just got Ballad.
Do you think KitKat is going to do early Thunderhead?
Maybe. Maybe that could be. He's seen the hint, but I'm pretty sure he should have Ballad at this point.
Okay. Interesting to see what he's doing here.
I'm pretty sure Ballad was somewhere in Elden. Yeah, Betrow and Skyloft Academy Way of the Hero. Did we get the Skyloft? The bombs could have been our Way of the Hero in Skyloft Academy.
No, bombs were in Skyloft Central.
Oh, true. Right.
The only thing we have from Academy so far, I believe, is crystals.
Unlikely that they are our Way of the Hero, so we might be seeing something more there.
Zelda Heart Piece, we have Colin's Letter.
Yeah.
A few things left in the Academy region that are runners.
Colin's Letter actually obtainable right now, because we do have Heart. But I think Jim is doing what I would have done here as well. He's getting the mids from Thunderhead. No, watching other runners' streams is absolutely forbidden. Which is why our runners are also running on a 15, that their streams also have a 15-minute delay. So they're actually already half an hour into the race. But their streams are 15 minutes delayed.
Gymnast and Thunderhead, he's going to be getting 2 checks, one of which was hinted to be mitts, right?
Yeah.
And then it
I'm
hits
actually
stone as
not
well.
quite sure where the myths were.
Well, they weren't on East Island because it was the Dusk Relic.
Yeah. All I remember is that it was Thunderhead.
It got going straight for the hint stone too, so we'll be able to see that right about now. Both runners in about the same place. Gymnast has done the spiral charge rocks.
Sija, we know that already, and
Way of the Hero.
Beetle somewhere.
Beetle. No, the Beetle was
Oh.
Way of the Hero.
Oh, Beetle
Shot.
Wavy. Oh yeah, true. It was the Beetle with D, not the Beetle with T.
Mildly confusing that it is both an item and a person.
Yeah.
And a location. But I believe this is Mitts just based on what the runners are. No, it's not. Mitts must be on the later Isle of Songs check. Isle of Songs, every time you get a progressive sword, the first two progressive swords at least, unlock new checks there. There's a thing you can get with the Goddess Sword, a thing you can get with the Long Sword, and a thing you can get with the White Sword. Gymnast's gonna be leaving Thunderhead after he gets the Hint Stone, and KitKat's going to go get this useless rare treasure, and then follow suit. Both runners have done basically the same things.
Yeah, they're pretty much
Jim has the spiral charge
much
rocks over
tied
KitKat,
again.
and that's it.
Yeah, but KitKat has talked to Oriel.
I think Jim talked to Oriel. I'm not completely sure, but he did do a lap around the sky.
Yeah, so
If he didn't, we should be seeing him
Jim
doing it
probably
right
slightly ahead in here, but not by much. A lot can still change in here. Alright, KitKat still needs to get the East Island chest. I forgot about that as well.
Gymnast going for Colin's litter, reading into that Academy Way of the Hero hint. Or Spirit of the Sword, as it's called in Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Colin's letter, you just gotta talk to a few people through a day and night sequence.
Yeah.
It's also getting some loose crystals.
Yeah, not the worst idea, considering we do know Betrayal is Way of the Hero.
Bit magic and reverse bit magic are allowed in these races. Neither runner made a bit magic file at the start, so I'm not too sure we'll see it, but Tentala skip is a staple in Siege with Sandship. So, saves about 40 seconds if you do it all correctly.
As long as we
Tentala
know
skip.
that there's nothing on the heart container.
Mhm.
If there's a
It does-
if there's even the slightest possibility of there being a crucial item on the heart container, you do not want to do Tentacle Skip.
Because when you do Tentala skip, you get locked out of the item that is on the Tentala's heart container. Gust Bellows on Colin's litter.
Interesting. They lead to Rinna's. No, not Malara's crystals.
Malara's crystals and the baby rattle, which if our runners want to do something crazy, they can do that with bombs and Beetle's shop, but I can't imagine somebody would spend the time to get one little thing. But it is an option they have. You can stop Beetle's shot by the bird's nest and blow away the...
Oh, I think don't they also have Slingshot? Pretty sure they also have Slingshot.
Ooh, Tracker's up.
Ooh, you got Trackers.
One of the
Beautiful.
dungeons is Sandship. We kind of missed the other one.
Yeah.
Jim doing Paro at night. Routing this in really well. Skips a little dialogue thing and it fits.
Oh,
Ooh,
Beetle.
Okay, now we have a ranged weapon. For sure.
That's nice.
Okay, they don't have slingshot. So easy access to Beetle Shop. They don't have to do the bomb trick. Which it kind of seems like both runners were avoiding.
Yeah,
Beat
fair.
away the hero. You kind of want to do that as soon as you can.
Kick-Up maybe having a smart knowledge.
Jim has scale. So
Advantage,
our
yeah.
runners have scale as well, so they're going to be routing in the shed chest. KitKat getting his Beetle right now.
Yeah, because Kick-Up can go to Beetle right away now. Which it looks like he's going for.
And our runners also have C chart. And the harp. So our trackers can get caught up. Fire Sanctuary, thank you, chat. I appreciate it.
Sandship and Fire Sanctuary, thank you.
Even
what would
more
we do without
confused that
chat?
our runners don't have Bitmagic files. Like, why would you not make a Bitmagic file in a Fire Sanctuary seed? Fire Sanctuary is the back-in-time dungeon. Bitmagic files, just something that, allows our runners to open doors and change the scenery in back in time. Allows easier access to certain locations. It's a little bit faster, and all you have to do is save, quit, copy right at the start of the game. Doesn't take much time. But it seems both of our runners think that they aren't going to need it for a Fire Sanctuary seed, so I'm interested to see if they have anything in mind.
I mean, you don't necessarily need it. I'm also thinking that it's probably not really needed. Like, I usually go without one.
Go mode, if you're asking about what items they need everything to beat Sandship and Fire Sanctuary. They need the harp, and they need Master Sword. And I guess they need the Emerald Tablet if they don't have it at that point, which gives them access to the Farron region, where you beat the game. Still only one tablet so far in this seed. Our runners don't have access to Linnea or Farron. Yeah. That's what Go Mode is, and you need those specific items for Go Mode. It looks like our tracker's pretty much up and running, good to go.
Yeah.
And I think Gymnast should have all the same songs that KitKat does. I was not too great at commentary and tracking at the same time. I apologize, Mark.
Yeah, same. It is a bit hard. Oh, and there's the third song of the The tracker says 2 already, but I'm pretty sure that's not the third part already.
No, that should just be the second song of the hero piece.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like the tracker is just showing 1 too high.
Oh.
We saw some betrow checks from Gymnast. Those crystals he collected to give him some extra checks down there.
Alright, now. What do we get on betrow here? Oh, the whip.
That's not incredibly useful, but neither of our runners have been to be.
I mean, the whip might be required in Sandship.
It might be required in Sandship, but it doesn't do anything for him right now.
That's true.
I feel like our runners, they have to know they're going to Beetle Shop now. Fire Shield earrings as well. On
earrings, nice.
That we missed.
And more crystals.
KitKat not going to be leaving with the whip here, but he is going to have fire shield earrings, so for some reason I can see him not going to Beetle and going to the Volcano Summit instead. Fire shield earrings, giving him access to that.
That is true. However, there's not quite that much he can currently get in Summit.
Gymnast is selling some treasures here as well.
Fair.
Get some money.
Making money in this game is hard.
Yep. If you don't find a gold rupee, that's it.
KitKat also selling treasures now. Let's go.
He picks the wrong dialogue option.
Oh no.
Gymnast sold the treasures that he needed. It's like he's just going now. Only 185. I know he can make more than that. He has a goddess plume. That he maybe sold, but he should have also had a Dusk Relic and Eldenor.
Golden KitKat selling the Golden Skull. I mean, fair. You kind of do need some money for Beetle.
It's a very narrow seed. Our runners are kind of walking right next to each other. Gymnast can't.
Jim was a bit too early with pulling back the Beetle there.
Our runners also have the harp and are one song of the hero piece away from having every song in the game. So there are a couple Silent Realm options they have as well. If they really start running out. There's another Beetle in Beetle's shop.
Oh boy.
Gonna be Way of the Hero for Fire Sanctuary. And that's the last song of the hero piece in Beetle's shop as well.
Yeah, we didn't know about that already, I think. However, none of them was hinted so far.
Mm-hmm. No hinted Silent Realms, but... And they only have access to the Skyloft and Elden ones so far.
Alright, what's on the second 100?
Gratitude crystals.
More crystals. Oh, God. All the crystals.
And it looks like Tim's probably going to leave and re-enter one more time to see if there's anything on that third 100 item. But our runners are kind of running out of things to check.
Yeah. What is... That's a plume.
That's a
or a red treasure. Nobody needs that.
So, what do our runners have left? There's Volcano Summit. 2 things in Volcano Summit. Elden and Skyloft Silent Realms. And I think that's it. Betrow as well, if they can get to Betrow 40.
Pretty sure Jim should be able to go to Betrow 40. I'm not sure how many he has right now, but probably 40, otherwise he wouldn't go to Betrow.
Yeah, he's going to Betrow. He has Betrow 40.
Because he got the 30 already. He got the 30 check, so he's gonna have 40. More! Oh my god!
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Betrow, very generous.
All the crystals. Hey!
The other Spiral Charge Rock had a blue rupee, so our runners are going to be finding their way back to Elden pretty soon. And Gymnast pulling ahead pretty significantly, at least in his race this close.
I mean, let's see. If KitKat goes... No, it doesn't look like. I was saying if KitKat goes to Elden right now, he might be pulling ahead, but it doesn't look like it.
He's going to go get the other Spiral Charge Rock, which is a blue rupee, I believe. So...
Oh, blue peas on both Spiral Charge Rocks, that is?
No, one of them was crystals.
Oh.
Gratitude crystals on one, blue pea on the other.
Okay.
Gymnast going back to Elden for those 2 checks in Volcano Summit, and at that point, if there's nothing there, you can... I don't think you can
Did they do the chat chest already?
Yeah, I saw someone in shed chest. So they've
Okay.
both done shed chest already. We're going to be seeing the Boko-based checks from the section of the game where the bokoblins take all your items and throw you in prison. And then I think it's just Silent Realms. I think that's the only thing they're going to have left.
Oh boy, that sounds like fun. Because you really don't want to do unhindered Silent Realms.
Yeah, and they have 2 that they can pick from. So if we don't see
Technically,
anything on
they
Volcanoes
even have
tonight,
3.
well, they
No,
can't get to
wait,
Farron
no,
or
no.
Lanayru.
Yeah, sure. Sure, they can't go to Farron or Lanayru yet. I'm
If they
smart.
had access to Farron and Lanayru, it'd be 4 Silent Realms. All 4 of them, but very song-loaded seed.
Yeah. Oh, there's more crystals. That's Patrol
Okay,
50 for
Patrol
Jim.
50. I guess we're gonna be seeing that at least before we see Silent Realm. What a what a fun scene. I'm very glad I'm not playing this one.
Do they have a bottle? The trackers say...
Emerald
Oh,
Tablet.
there's Emerald Tablet.
They do not have a bottle, but we have Emerald Tablet, so turn off the alarm bells. No Silent Realms. We're good.
At least for now. Who rolled the
Yes,
seed?
they did
That
have
was
bottles
me.
there.
That was me. I am infamously known for my bad seeds.
Yes, no Silent Realms yet. But our runners are kind of running out of items that they need to beat the game. Those tablets were a huge bottleneck. I believe they need swords, magma mitts potentially. If the boss key and fire sanctuary is on the 3rd small key chest, they will need magma mitts to beat the game. And a bottle, which they don't have, but there are 5 bottles to find, so I'm sure that one won't be too big of an issue.
KitKat also going for the loose crystals now. Getting Patrol 30 in here. Which is gonna give him
the whip.
more crystals and what else?
The whip.
The whip. True. I forgot. Jim
Going
is
back to Patro for Patro 50 instead of Farron.
Okay.
I think he just wants to get it out of the way.
fair.
Patro 50 is always hinted somewhere in these settings. But Gymnast just doing it now. There are a couple hint stones that are really out of the way. Ooh,
Oh,
there's a sword. For
There's
Jim.
a sword. That was a good idea from Jim to come back here.
That sword will be hinted, though, so it's not like KitKat won't find out about it, unless that hint is very inconvenient. KitKat did not get crystals from the shop, so he is trailing behind on this crystal hunt. Because Jim decided to do loose crystals super early, and it's put him ahead because KitKat he put it off for long enough.
I mean, the sword is not really required right now.
It might open mitts. We still don't remember which check in Thunderhead had mitts.
I think
But it's a 50-50
chat
chance
said
that
it was dense, so white sword needed, but
we do need another sword for mitts then.
Yeah.
Jim finally treading new territory. We're finally leaving Eldon and
Oh
Skyloft.
boy, finally. Let's take a look at what we got in here.
3 hint stones, 3 checks in Lake Floria. He can access Great Tree, but he'd have to use the bellows, which is annoying. So yeah, he can do everything. In fact,
Besides... No, never mind. He can't even do Great
everything.
Tree Chest. I was saying he doesn't have claw shots, but never mind. You don't need claw shots.
It
just sucks without
Doing it with the bellows sucks.
claw shots. Nobody wants to do that way.
So we'll see if he decides to leave that one behind, but otherwise, everything in Farron and all 3 of its hint stones are available to Jim. We're going to be getting the Ballad of the Goddess here.
With the beautiful Groose cutscene.
Ooh, beautiful Groose cutscene. This is a song that improves you. On harp playing, Groose yelling sequence, Jim will be getting an item. I'm surprised that KitKat hasn't decided to go to Eldin yet to get the Volcano Summit checks. He's had the earrings for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just at what point do you give up on this long Skyloft Petro chain and go to Volcano Summit?
Alright, let's get some cat jam from Jim in here.
I'm sure KitKat is very happy about those crystals.
Yeah. If he knew. If only he knew.
Cat jam.
KitKat should probably go to Fire Sanctuary soonish. Oh!
Another sword for Jim.
That sword is actually... You can't miss that sword.
That is a nice sword location. That is
Can't
very
miss that.
Oh!
What? That is... Sure thing.
And our runners have Master Sword. Let's go.
Well, there we go. Now we know... Well, at least we don't need to go on a wild sword hunt.
Yeah. This seed was terrible for a while, and now it's kind of okay. There's that Bat 50 hint for Jim. I'm sure he loves seeing that right now. And KitKat finally going back to Eldin. He's going to be getting his 50 crystals and his emerald tablet here. He's trailing pretty far behind Jim just from Skyloft routing.
Yeah.
These runners were pretty neck and neck, and then when they were going through Skyloft, there was a... Jim decided to put more emphasis on Petro, and it's put him pretty far ahead. That and just, you know, general movement probably, as is almost always the case with Jim.
Now, we're still kind of missing claw shots, especially.
Oh, was there Fire Sanctuary Fi? Was Fire Sanctuary required?
I'm pretty sure I saw Fire Sanctuary Wave the hero.
Very nice.
So, our runners are gonna have fun with that.
Sots? I feel like Wath, Way of the Hero. I want to call it Spirit of the Sword, but I'm so used to calling it Way of the Hero.
Fair. Oh, there's the bow.
Yeah, we're kind of running out
So,
of
I guess
items.
we're not gonna have... So, we're not gonna have a bow in Fire Sanctuary.
Gymnast doing great tree chest. The most fun thing in the world. Like,
Oh yeah, true. We still need bottles to enter Fire Sanctuary.
But things that we need to enter Fire Sanctuary cannot be Way of the Hero in Fire Sanctuary. So whatever item is going to be in Fire Sanctuary is going to be something that we don't need to get into it. Like KitKat's getting his Emerald Tablet right now. I'm sure he's going to be rolling around in his chair that he put that off for so long.
Yeah. We might see Amber Tablet in Fire Sanctuary, maybe.
That would be interesting. We also need Claw Shots, but you need Claw Shots to get into Fire Sanctuary, so...
Yeah, that's true.
So So we need claw shots in a bottle to get into Fire Sanctuary, and then we might need magma mitts in Fire Sanctuary. But other than that, I think our runners are almost totally good to go. Claw
Oh,
shots.
you don't want to get RPs there, because
No, especially
you
after doing
wanna
yellows.
you usually want a death warp out of there.
Gymnast, though, very quickly getting out. Good movement. We'll see if KitKat goes straight to Farron. If he does, he doesn't miss anything because the sword on Betro is instantly hinted, so...
Yeah. Alright. That's a bottle.
Fire Sanctuary is still not open to our runners. They need claw shots.
Yeah, we still need claw shots.
KitKat immediately going to Farron. He has a pretty good chance to start making up some ground here. But he needs to start skipping checks if he wants to make up some ground on Gem.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be doing that, because
The worst thing to do is to leave the Great Tree Chest and then have to come back to it 3 hours into the 1.5 hour race.
yeah.
There is
Also,
still one more sword to find as well.
Might be wrong, but didn't we see a Farron wave the hero hint?
I believe that we did at some point. I believe that somebody told me that we did. I haven't seen it myself.
I think that might have been me, actually. But I mean, we got Bo in
Jim only has one
in
chance at
Farron,
keyboard
so it's very likely that we got
And
it.
he gets
Okay,
it. Of
Jim
course
gets
he
it.
does.
Very nice. So
Choice
Cube
for
Warp
doing that with
basically,
Randomizer.
by striking that cube with the upgraded Skyward Strike, we have from hero mode, allows us to trigger the cutscene. Oh boy, well that is
Bo has the map. Okay, so the other long check in Sandship is dead, and there was a sword in Sealed
that
Windows.
hint is
Sword
kind of
yelling at us.
broken.
Yes, that was a very good hint. Very functioning randomizer. Another
Yeah,
bottle.
another
Very
bottle. Let's
convenient.
go. There we go.
That's the exact amount you want for Fire Sanctuary. But that does mean that the two longer out-of-the-way checks in Sandship are junk, so the runners don't need to worry about doing those.
Did we see Sandship way of? Did we see any other, like, a good Sandship hint?
I don't believe we have. We've only seen the two hints that narrow down the boss key search. If Laneru Tablet is in Fire Sanctuary, our runners are going to be going there last anyways. So they're just going to want to find the boss key and go straight to Tantalus.
Alright, KitKat now has a white sword.
And he's going to get his last sword hinted to him right out here, so he's not going to need to worry about swords anymore.
I didn't see that first hint, but that second hint was definitely dead.
I've never thought to do this. I don't hate it. That's just a convenient place to get water.
Yeah, it's definitely
useless battle rattle from Gymnast here. We have our fetch quests off in these settings. So the Beatles Beetle, Colin's Letter, and the Baby Rattle all not the most useful checks. Or
Yeah.
things to find.
I mean, Baby Rattle is dead in these settings anyways.
Mm. Which is kind of nice because you don't.
There is True Master Sword. Alright,
It looks
sure.
like Kitcot will not be getting True Master Sword.
Yeah,
He's
probably
not.
not.
When he finds that sword, he's not gonna do Patrol 50.
Yeah, which makes sense. And I mean that gives Jim a nice advantage, I guess, technically.
But it does mean that Kitcot won't have to go finish off Patrol like Jim did. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and if in case anyone's wondering about it, both of our runners doing a little fence hop that allows you to get into Lake Floria without having to do the whole long thing with the Great Tree. It's just standard practice because that sequence is very long, so they're jumping up over that fence. Every runner's going to be doing that.
Oh, that was just another Sanchip hint, it looks like. The other one on that Lake Floria hintstone.
Was it the...
So I'm pretty sure that our runners can do Tantalus skip at this point.
I really doubt that there's something that they're going to need on that.
The only thing that could be on Tantalus Heart Container right now would be Magma Mids.
Which has a very, very small chance to be required with these runners.
Yeah.
Because you can skip... you can skip a lot of Fire Sanctuary and a lot of the requirements in Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, I mean, there is only one distinctive... Oh, was that Tantalus Heart Container? I only saw that it was Sanchip.
Yeah, Tantalus Heart Container. I mean, those are the 3 hint locations on Sandship, is the Heart Container, the Map Chest, and the Bow Chest. So if we have 3 Sandship hints, all 3 of those are going to be hinted to our runners.
Okay, yeah, well, then we're most definitely probably seeing...
If you're asking about Amber Tablet, then no, we don't know where the Amber Tablet is. Ruby Tablet is what we started with. But we have a few good ideas. Fire Sanctuary is the spirit of the sword, tells Link to go there, so that means there's an item that they need in Fire Sanctuary. It could be a pair of mitts. But it could be the Linearu Tablet as well. Kitcot saving a little bit of time by not going to Patrol 50, but it doesn't look like it's going to do much for him. Be interesting to see if our runners catch up to each other in Fire Sanctuary, though, given how many different ways you can play Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, Slingshot.
That's definitely going to be interesting to see.
It's, does nothing. This late into a seed, the Slingshot doesn't do anything. Oh,
yeah.
Fair and Way the Hero was the bow.
Yeah, I think I said that already when we saw it on Jim's end.
I just remember you saying wasn't Fair and Way the hero when he was in Deep Woods. I could not remember if he had anything. Just like when I'm racing. Yeah, so Gymnast has Digging Mitts, which gives him 5 more checks in Elden. And he also got the Slingshot, which does nothing, but, you know, it is a key item. He's going to be doing Pero and Oriel's Crystals. I think he already did Oriel's Crystals. but you know, completing that side quest of giving the mushroom spores to Oriel to heal her bird for a silver rupee that would have been nice 30 minutes ago. Peach has not. He's going to be going back to Elden, presumably just for the 5 digging spots, because he cannot get access to Fire Sanctuary, nor does he have any new checks. So there is a hint stone he has access to. Oh, also 2 checks in Magmaturf. I forgot about those 2. I forget about those 2. He's almost done in Fernwoods, so the gap is closing, albeit slowly. He's just gonna go deep woods, has Master Sword, so if he messes up keyboard, a little bit behind. Further behind.
Alright, now Kickoff coming up at Cube Orb as well. Only has 1 try as well. Gets it though.
Wouldn't expect any less from these 2 runners.
Yeah. Heart container.
Magmaturf not having anything for Jim. We'll see if Kitcot elects to put it off and go up the volcano instead. I believe it was just a wallet and a heart container, not the most useful items. Especially when you're about to do Fire Sanctuary, a dungeon where you often do several intentional deaths.
See, the trackers are fixed now. According what is going on with the tablets. So yeah, as we already said, the tracker is still in the baby shoes, so some issues are about to be expected, but the people behind the scenes are working hard on it. So
yeah, they basically set all of this up just now, so really good work on their end.
this is a seat and a half.
Yeah, I'm sure the other runners that we can't see are having a great... And
there's claw shots.
Gymnast, very close to go mode. He really just needs the Amber Tablet now. That's it. Which we can assume is probably in Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the runners are everything they're gonna need. And there are the
there's the Magmamids. Then it's gotta be Amber Tablet in Fire Sanctuary. There's like literally nothing else.
There is nothing else it could be.
No.
Gymnast having some fun with his bomb roll. And
Ah,
KitKat
there we
getting
go.
his mitts right now. If he goes straight to Eldon, he's made up a lot of ground because he has the temple entrance statue. So if he goes to Eldon right now, he's only a minute or two behind Jim.
Yeah, in my opinion, Jim should go straight to Fire Sanctuary right now.
There's nowhere else he should be.
There's like nothing else that makes any sense. He knows Fire Sanctuary is way of the hero, and that Amber Tablet is pretty much the only thing that's left.
Mm-hmm. So our runners in Fire Sanctuary are going to be looking for the boss key and the Amber Tablet. So a little more to do in the dungeon than normal.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to say that for a seed that has been this terrible and narrow, our runners are making very good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Fire Sanctuary at about an hour. I suppose the seed isn't that bad, but it is incredibly narrow.
Yeah. It's been for quite some time now that hasn't been much to go.
KitKat has made up a lot of ground. He's in
That is
Eldon,
true.
and he's going to get those Magma mitts and know immediately that, yeah, I'm just going to Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, he's gonna get first he's gonna get those claw shots, then those magma mitts, and I think then he knows that he really needs to go to Fire Sanctuary. Yeah. Reading the hint. Caves are barren, and Farron Trial Gate is empty as well. Ooh, KitKat skipping out on the magma mitts.
Ooh, I like it.
That might be good. Might also be bad, though.
It might be terrible.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that the item in Fire Sanctuary has to be a tablet if he does that.
That's
because
true.
he doesn't have the magma mitts. In his mind, it could be the mitts or the tablet that he's looking for. Because mitts, even though our runners can more than likely skip it, is an item that can.
I mean, if he finds, he should know though that that only if he finds mitts, that if he finds mitts, which he won't find, as we know, that boss key is, oh well, not necessarily the boss key, but that boss key or Amber Tablet is locked behind that.
The mitts are always required in Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah.
By the hints, because, you know, a casual player who doesn't know any of the fun back in time tricks. Also, Jim just doing Fire Sanctuary like normal.
Yeah, I mean, he knows there has to be something in here, he's got everything he needs.
He did the cutscene skip, but the cutscene is gone in Rando.
Nice.
I hope neither of our runners think that Back in Time is banned.
Nah, I doubt it. They should both know that it's not banned.
If we see
there's a second key
to do vanilla as well, I'd be shocked. Yeah, no.
All right.
Going straight to the statue.
KitKat might still be thinking that he can skip the way of the hero in here, which is bad for him.
Well, hopefully he doesn't. But I can't imagine he would. That's a very, very risky play. And I think he'd have to be thoroughly wigged out to do something like that. So we're going to be seeing KitKat do some fun back-in-time shenanigans. Essentially, what you're doing is you're respawning Link on the title screen. And by doing this, he's going to set some scene flags. He's going to change some bits in memory, commit them onto Fire Sanctuary. In particular, it looks like he's going to be making the map chest appear, the one that you get for saving one of the Magmas. and probably make the boss key accessible as well. And then teleport to a midpoint in the dungeon and do the dungeon from there.
Ooh, this is some map chest RBM.
Yep. This is map chest RBM, and if he's doing this, I imagine we'll see the boss chest RBM as well. And then we'll probably see the bit warp.
Alright, let's see. What does the second small key chest have for us?
You usually do Platts RBM when you get to that chest. Because, you know, if you don't need to do it, then there's no reason to do it.
Nope.
But map chest is something that you can't get.
That's not it.
Otherwise. Jim's
So
got
Kickoff
3 more.
might actually be in a good position here, skipping the beginning of the dungeon.
If we see the boss key and the amber tablet in this room that Jim's walking into right now, 2 chests in here, I think it's probably over, but... they are taking different routes, so we'll see which runner's route pays off more. Because KitKat did not enter Fire Sanctuary very far behind Gymnast. They're very close together.
Hard piece. That's not it. Not what we're looking for.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
So
not what we're looking for either.
will pay off in one way or another.
Yeah. Although it might still...
Jim could find something here, but this is the last check that he's gonna get that KitKat will not. So if he finds something here, he still has to do the stuff that KitKat's doing. So he has Magma Mitts, which is a bit of an advantage. Oh, Jim splashing some water on himself.
Ooh,
And then getting lit on fire.
getting bodied, but gets the double kill.
That is very nice. That double kill is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
KitKat is doing a... No, he's not doing a setup for this. He's getting map chest. Forgot he did
Getting
the
map
chest.
chest. Let's see what's in the Magma Mitts chest then.
So both are runners getting a chest. The other one doesn't have. There's
There's the third small key, by the way.
If Magma Mitts check, KitKat's gonna end up doing all of this if he needs this. What's on this Magma Mitts check? Now we're about to see some pretty important information here.
Let's take a look. What's it gonna be?
Oh,
that is
very
the Amber
unfortunate
tablet.
for KitKat. That
Magma
is
Mitt?
not-
Well, no, Magma Mitt's not required, but KitKat will have to do the entirety first half of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Because he does not have Magma Mitts.
That's really good for Jim, not great for KitKat. But KitKat could make up some time if the boss key's in a favorable location for him. But regardless, both runners are probably going to end up doing the whole dungeon. Now, if the boss key is on the third small key chest, then that's really bad for KitKat, because he can't get that. He has to leave, get Magma Mitts, and come back.
Yeah.
Which is normally a hinted location, but if I had to guess, it's on one of the... It's on the Volcano Summit hint stone that neither of the runners elected to get.
Or it's in the Blenheim stones.
Mm-hmm. There are 3 of those, and our runners are probably only going to be getting one of them. But...
I kind of doubt they're gonna get either of them.
Well, no, there's the one in caves. They're just going to walk right past it.
Yeah, I guess.
It could
Yeah, I
give you
guess
some
they do.
information about
If
Sandstorm. There's no reason not to.
yeah, might give you the information where the boss key is in Sanchip. Though that's very unlikely.
But you lose nothing grabbing it, so.
Yeah.
KitKat didn't do the boss key RBM?
Nope. Interesting. Just going straight out of here. Maybe he's doing it now. Although there is way more checks in the first room than in here.
Boss key RBM doesn't take too long, so I just assumed he did it, but... I imagine right here he's going to be doing plats and then boss key.
What is... He's RBMing.
Yeah, he's RBMing.
Okay.
Either or... It's either boss key and or plats. He might be doing both, he might be doing one. And if Jim gets...
Probably plats, because he needs like... He needs 2 commits for boss key. And I'm not quite sure where he would get 2 commits from in here. Well, I mean, I guess he can get the pots.
No, it looks like he's just doing plats. So Jim is about to check a chest that KitKat does not have access to. This is very scary, because if this is the boss key, KitKat is in a very bad situation.
Yeah, then KitKat is gonna be screaming.
Nope.
Okay, it's not.
Safe. Boss key is either vanilla or the chest that KitKat is about to check right now. And if it's not here, he just does boss key RBM.
Beautiful.
Honored Colossus Beetle. What a great item to find in that chest.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
okay, so he just
that's
reset.
the map.
He's not even bothering. Well, he's going to do the boss key, but he does still have to go get the Amber Tablet, which is in the worst place for him. Second worst place. Gymnast.
Sure.
Now doing back in time.
Oh, that's interesting. Why is KitKat electing to go back now?
I think he might be going to the entrance of the dungeon. Either that, or he's going
Yeah,
to
but why did he not check boss key chest?
Because I don't think he has enough commits.
I mean, I think they... hard to say, honestly. Yeah, he might be missing some.
He's going back to the entrance to...
Yeah. I think you can actually get to there from the pots.
The boss key RBM takes less than 2 minutes. I don't know why he wouldn't have done it. Oh no, he's just going through the dungeon normally now. This is really unfortunate.
Oof. Why did he not... I mean... he doesn't have Magma Mitts. That makes sense, but... Then why would he not do the RBM?
I mean, he does need to do this all eventually. He needs to get the Amber Tablet.
That's true, but... He's still gonna be missing the boss key then. Which we know is gonna be vanilla at this point.
Yep. Ooh, Jim not having
which means he will either need to RBM it, or he will need to go back and get Magma Mitts, which is...
And there's no way he's not gonna do the RBM.
Gonna be a lot of pain for him. I guess he's gonna be RBMing it once... Probably gonna be RBMing it once he gets...
Because he's going to get the Amber Tablet.
Once he gets the Amber Tablet.
Sequence. Yeah, at the end of this sequence, he's going to get the Amber Tablet.
Yeah.
And then he's just going to go back and do it because it's going to be the only thing he has left.
Really unfortunate though that KitKat did not get the magma mitts because they were just one check further away when he got his claw shots.
Or did the boss key RBM, because if he had just done that, he'd have the boss key.
Yeah, that would have been at least something for him.
Boss key
Alright,
RBM,
so for
you
anyone who did not understand anything of what we just talked about, we were just kind of totally zoning in, and we're thinking out loud here. But so if you do decide to do reverse bit magic, then mostly you will need to make a change in the scene flag array so that the game actually notices that there was a change when you load the file.
A commit, like when KitKat broke the pot and the chest appeared when he did the plants RBM. He broke the pot, changed the array, and then that caused the thing that he did in Back in Time to happen. So the boss key RBM, it's two different RBMs that make the bars in front of the boss key go up so you can get it without magma mitts. So what he needs to do is he needs to do the first one, commit, save, do the second one, commit, and then go to the boss key. So it's a bit of it's a short sequence, but it does require 2 commits, which he didn't have at the end of Fire Sanctuary.
I'm
sorry,
kind of
going off there.
I might be wrong, but I think the pods next to the boss room each are one commit, which you can use.
Maybe, but I don't know how many.
Like these pods where Jim is right now. Like you can break this one and one on the back, one on the other side, which should be 2 commits, I think.
Doesn't have boss key yet. Oh, he's just grabbing a fairy.
Makes sense. Troll Dorm can be, well, the name implies it already, trolling.
If KitKat had done the boss key RBM, they'd be neck and neck.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
I would not believe it if somebody told me KitKat doesn't know that RBM.
No, he totally knows it.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if he does not know it.
A very interesting pouch. It's just 3 bottles.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Yeah, Jim's about to get his boss key, and KitKat would be pretty close to having his Amber Tablet. But I'd still put KitKat behind. They'd be a lot closer if KitKat had the boss key right now.
Jim taking the death on purpose here. Interesting. I mean, he does get a fairy. He does have his fairy in here.
So.
It's an interesting strat.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
He did have to go out of his way to get the fairy. Can't say I've ever seen anyone do that before, but the fight went pretty well.
I mean, he had only 2 hearts. You really don't want to die at this boss. At this mini-boss.
That's why I do the boss key RBM even when I have magma mitts.
Fair.
The boss key is vanilla, yes. That's just how it happened. We've seen every other item, so we knew that's what had to be there. KitKat also getting the double kill. Very nice.
Oh, nice. Also getting the cutscene skip.
Hey.
Very nice. We didn't even talk about that when Jim got it.
Oh, I didn't see Jim get it. Well, Jim, definitely a good bit ahead. Because he's going to take that Amber Tablet and go straight to Sandship.
Yeah.
Or the many other explicitive nicknames I give to that dungeon. I suppose there is still a chance for KitKat to make up ground in Sandship, and he has made up
Alright.
ground, but
There's the Ender Tablet. Now, what is KitKat gonna be doing?
boss RBM.
Death Warping.
Death Warping, doing the RBM.
That makes sense.
And then he's Go Mode. Jim technically Go Mode, but he still does need the Sandship boss key, which he does still have to look for in that dungeon. Great Demise, or I was gonna say Demise 2. Great Girahim 2. Very fast.
Yeah, Jim is in Go Mode.
Just needs to find that boss key, but there's nowhere that he can't find it.
Yeah.
Also, it'd be
There's
interesting
nowhere.
to see if Jim decides to do Tentala Skip. That heart container is hinted, so he knows that he doesn't need what's on it. And there's no way he needs what's on it. He is Go Mode.
What is KitKat? Is he opting to the boss key RBM now?
From here?
From here?
I mean, I guess he does know how to do it from here.
Seriously? Why did you
Didn't
not do
really.
that before?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Was he
I'm gonna need to ask
really
him later.
was he really hoping that much that he would not have to do the boss key? It is very questionable, honestly.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, hindsight is 2020.
In his mind, it could also be on the third small key chest still, because he doesn't know it's there. Which is something.
Yeah.
So he's not completely sure the boss key will be here.
Fair.
It is a 50-50 for him though.
We know it. We know it here from the commentator's booth.
And he's going to be a little relieved when he finds it, at least.
Yeah, he knows that he at least won't.
And for those of you in the chat who haven't seen this before, you'll see what I was talking about when I said this RBM is very short. He's already done the first one. That's it. Shot the
He
pot
is
commit.
looking for commits. That I am very what? What did he even do anything? Was that a commit?
Yeah, he shot the pot with the bow.
Oh, I didn't see that he shot the pot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that is a commit. That works. There are enough, yeah, there are definitely enough
See if Jim
commits here. I just don't understand why he didn't do it beforehand.
Sandship Treasure Room first chest is dead. That was actually a Sandship hint. Not a very useful one, but it was a Sandship hint. KitKat is doing a trick to raise the bars in the boss key room. Because he does not have the magma mitts. So he needs to do this trick to get that chest. And it like that's it. That's all he had to do. He could have done that at any point in the dungeon before he made it to the boss key room the first time. And he would not have needed to do. He would have finished the dungeon when he found the Amber Tablet. Like he would have just left.
Yeah, I don't understand why he decided to do it not when he came here the first time.
Yeah, he walked through this room. Like, we should have just done it then, but it's all good. At least he can finish the dungeon. There was that small chance he wasn't going to be able to.
Alright, so Jim already made his way to Lanayru, to Sandsea. I'm not sure if he even checked the Hintstone and Capes.
He did. It actually had a Sandship hint. It had it was a useless one. It was the first chest in the treasure room, but...
Wow. Great.
Kit is pretty far behind Jim right now. That he made up a lot of time, but then he didn't do that RBM So he ended up clearing a lot of the dungeon that he didn't have to. Or
Might actually be a bit less than 5. Yeah, although 5 minutes sounds about right.
KitKat's last chance to make up time is in Sandship. I don't think he'll be setting up a Tentalus skip file. Like, I feel like setting one up would take longer than just fighting Tentalus normally.
Yeah.
Or if the runners didn't set one up when they were in Elden earlier, then they don't have one.
No, I don't think either of them did.
Yeah, and we just saw KitKat's final file selection screen, so he doesn't have a file for it anywhere. You need, for the Tentalus skip RBM, you need a file that has specific flags set so that you can talk to Betro back in time. So you need to get those flags somewhere, save, so that you can take those flags with you into back in time, which allow you to enter Betro's house and talk to him. But if you don't have that, you can't do Tentalus skip. So neither of our runners will be doing it here today.
I mean, we might... Actually, no, never mind. That would take too long. I was thinking of maybe using Lenabru to open a Lenabru setup file, but that would take too long.
You need to go to desert entrance. That'd take forever.
Yeah, that you need to go to the desert entrance, which takes forever.
And in Elden, I believe that it was one of the rocks that you shoot with the slingshot in Thrill Digger.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would take even longer. Now this would be the ideal boss key location for Jim if he gets it right.
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Poor KitKat.
Yeah, well, I think KitKat basically lost it. I mean, he didn't lose anything. This is a qualifier race with like 8 people in total. And,
I mean, if
he's
you finish,
probably going to be taking 2nd place in here.
If you finish 5 minutes behind Jim...
Or still a really good position.
You're still fine.
Yeah.
But Jim found the boss key already. He's just going straight to Tentalus. He's going to whoop that squid thing, whatever it is. And then he's just going to go beat
Squid carving, as the game calls it.
I was talking about Tentalus himself.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Tentalus is...
Monsters Inc. looking.
Yeah. Just gotta ask Disney. I'm sure they can tell you that, right?
Now, if we want to talk about worst case scenarios here, KitKat could do masked skip. And not hit that chest.
No.
I don't think it'll happen, but I'm just gonna put that in the back of everyone's head. If you see KitKat starting masked skip...
True, he could do that, but... Oof. Yeah.
And just great movement from Jim and Sandship too. Did that mask section really fast. Giving him more of a lead than he already had. You know, for how narrow and bad this seed was at the start, it turned out pretty okay. There was a Fire Sanctuary full clear on both of our runners' parts, but... How do you do mass skip again? It's, you go into the room where the door to Skirvo is. You save in there so that you can respawn there. And then you... Oh, Jim getting...
That... Jim did not get the Skyward Strike there.
High level
even though he has TMS.
That's just very relatable struggle, just holding the sword straight up and not getting the Skyward Strike.
Yeah.
But mass skip, you go into that room, you save at that statue, and then you use a bomb to die as you void out. There's a specific timing where you jump off the side of the ship with the bomb in your hands. And when you do that, instead of force respawning you in the area with the mast like the game normally does, you death warp back to the statue. And then you just have to go turn the time shift stone back off and back on, I believe.
No. From there on, you leave the dungeon and then
Oh, yeah, you
re-enter.
leave the dungeon and then re-enter, and then it's all good. Yeah, boss key was in Heart Piece. That's why we're talking mass skip, because if KitKat does it, we're gonna die. Almost exactly 5 minutes after Jim.
Yeah, Kit
Jim was at
basically lost the direct race to Jim due to not doing the boss key RBM when he could have.
I mean, even with the boss key RBM, he still would have been about a minute behind, because
Yeah.
when Kit got the Amber Tablet, Jim was getting the boss key, so they got those items at about the same time, but KitKat would have needed to spend time doing the boss key RBM. He would have been a little behind.
Yeah, true.
So KitKat's decision to take the claw shots and go straight to Fire Sanctuary kind of paid off. So I imagine if he had the Magma Mitts, he would not have just walked past the boss key.
I'm wondering what KitKat's reaction is gonna be when he finds out that Magma Mitts were directly next to claw shots.
Probably unfortunate. This seed was like a Frankenstein mash of a really obnoxious, narrow Petro 50 with one tablet seed, and just a really fun, longer dungeon seed. It's both good and bad simultaneously. Schrodinger's seed. Ever seen that jump splash before? KitKat also sprinting to Tantalus now. Jim is about to finish the fight, so we'll just have to see how the runner's endgames go, but I think this one's pretty set in stone.
Yeah, there really shouldn't be.
I don't know, maybe Jim will get SSHD'd and die.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe Jim could die to Horde, but we're talking about Jim here.
We're talking, yeah, Jim and KitKat. Like, both these runners are just going to speed through Horde. And Jim has TMS. So
yeah. There really
so
shouldn't be anything happening in here. You know, normally this is the part where I would knock on wood, but I'm confident that I don't need it.
Mm-hmm. And KitKat starting Tantalus right as Jim finishes.
Yeah, Tantalus is a long fight. That's where you see that.
Very long fight. And that is why there is a two-step RBM that is faster than fighting him. It's very fun. And I imagine Jim just goes straight to Farron. Don't think we're going to see him buy a shield or anything.
No, don't think so. They should both be confident enough without a shield.
Jim's been playing a lot of 100%, but he's just going straight to Farron, so...
Yeah.
And they've both already done Ballad, so, I mean, Jim's probably only a couple minutes away from finishing. A few minutes. A handful. Yeah. My last one.
I wouldn't have said that the circumstances made Tantalus skip inconvenient, honestly. They could have set up, they could have easily, I don't know if they had No, I'm not sure if they had slingshot when they were first in Elden.
Yeah, no, like Tantalus skip was just really inconvenient to set up in this scene.
Yeah, true. I guess if slingshot was really late, yeah, then it was just inconvenient. Yeah, true. If they had gotten that's the one place where slingshot is like
fighting Demise blindfolded in a qualifier. It does sound like something that we might see, but that sounds more like
I don't
a way
think
to
he's
throw.
gonna be doing that.
Yeah. We've seen a few runners throw races by trying to do blindfolded Demise and then dying and then losing the race for it.
Yeah.
You think Jim is infamous for doing the blindfold? We have a runner who's lost a couple races just like putting the blindfold on at Demise and then losing that minute. I don't think they're in the tournament though, so very unfortunate.
I wouldn't be doing it in a race either. I mean, if it's a normal setting, sure, why not? But not in a race. Unless my opponent also does it. So, yeah, Jim is in the Horde fight, the probably hardest fight in this game. Well, fight, quote-unquote. It's not really... Well, it is a fight, but it's more like running around.
It's a good Horde skip setup. He's definitely got it.
Yeah, that looks good. Easy.
Good Horde skip. That skips the fight with the blue bokoblin, who just runs away from you and is generally existed just to be annoying.
Yeah, the most obnoxious Horde phase.
It also skips the moblins, but usually just die to their allies' bombs, so it doesn't matter that much. Great job with the Stalfos, just speeding through this. Very fast Horde. And I would like to point out that Gymnast finished Tantalus as KitKat was entering it, and KitKat is still in Tantalus. It's a very, very long fight.
Yeah, KitKat, Jim is basically finishing Horde as KitKat finishes Tantalus. Getting bullied. Yeah, Jim actually finishes Horde before KitKat finishes Tantalus.
Mandatory blindfold Demise. If he had his webcam on, he'd know.
Billy strikes again, always.
Jim is doing about the entire endgame section in the time it took KitKat to do Tantalus.
Yeah.
What a fun boss. KitKat stretching, getting ready for the end game. I don't expect KitKat to have any trouble with it either.
No.
Some real masterclass players on screen today.
Yeah, Richard Brett.
Oh, bratwurst.
Yes. that's one way to name it.
Richard Brett.
Richard Bratting. Or bratwursting, I guess.
I also like how I called KitKat a top-class player, and then he immediately selected the option on the bird statue. Gymnast going into Demise here. He should be finishing in the next 30 seconds-ish. Great phase one.
Alright. Clean the mice fight from Jim. Nothing's going wrong in here. And that is GG.
Finished. Get caught giving a little nod, noticing that Jim finished. Did we need to mark that Jim was done? Is that a thing we need to do? All right, Jim is going to be coming in for an interview. Just a second here. I believe they need to. Oh, hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, GG's.
GG's. That was surprisingly short for a Sandship Fire Sanctuary seed, but
Required to throw 50 before you could do either function.
Yeah.
Or 40.
Although we did get to skip quite literally all of Lanayru, except for the one chest that had the boss key and Sandship, so that kind of took the time down.
Yeah, GG. It's KitKat is just starting Horde, getting up to the second barrier. So it would have been a lot closer, but KitKat put off the boss key RBM. He went to the Fire Sanctuary without the mod limits.
Yeah, KitKat did. I really want to know his reaction when we tell him that the mark limits were right next to claw shots.
Yeah, the Bogmowitz were right next to claw shots, and it took me like a minute to figure it out. But after I got Mogmitz, I was like, wait a minute, there's only one item that's left, which is Amber Tablet, and we got a way of the hero hint for Fire Sanctuary, so the Amber Tablet has to be in Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Look, KitKat came to the same conclusion, but he got it with claw shots. And, you know, it could have been mod limits left too, but yeah, he just decided to go for it, and he put off the boss Scarabium forever, and it ended up being the last thing he did, so he got everything else.
Yeah, the interesting thing about KitKat's route is he did back half first, but he did everything besides the boss key, then decided to do the front half, and then he decided to go back to the statue and do the boss key RBM.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate for where the boss key actually was.
Yeah.
I mean, doing the back half first is fairly viable because the boss key has the highest chance of being in the back half, so it makes sense.
That's what the statistics say, but it never feels like it.
I mean, it would have worked out great for him if he had gotten the Mogmitz.
Or if he had just done the boss key RBM. He did the map just RBM doing the back half, just not the other one.
Ah, okay.
Just curious as to why he did that. But you were ahead for basically the whole season. You got a lot of time on him from loose crystals doing them as early as you did.
Yeah, I realized that actually worked out really well because, let's see, what was it? We got, so I had 30 by the time that I got to Betrow. And then Betrow 30 was 5 more Gratitude Crystals. Originally, I was like, oh, well, I could have just gotten these Gratitude Crystals and not had to collect the freestanding ones, but then I was like, wait a minute, no, then I wouldn't have gotten this in the first place.
And KitKat never got the sword on Metro 50 either, so just the amount of time you made up with better Metro routing put you ahead pretty early, and you kept that lead the whole time. He did manage to do a few things faster. He never went and did Perilous Crystals or went for a Skyloft trip after getting the mitts. And he skipped Magma mitts and that other check you did before you realized that the Amber Tablet was in Fire Sanctuary. But you know, any time that he made up, he lost it again with the Fire Sanctuary routing. Oh, GG's. I don't have the race room open because that is a huge spoiler for me. But would anyone else have finished?
Oh, has anybody else finished?
There are quite a few people who have finished.
Well, I mean, we're 15 minutes behind, so...
Yeah. So, yeah,
suppose
we're
I'll
gonna
just-
be waiting out the stream here, the stream delay here, and then we can...
And we'll avoid the race room. Great race, though. It was just really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was also really close on the restream sometimes. But I mean, 5 minutes is still really close.
It looks like KitKat's actually going to end up finishing in 6 minutes behind.
6 minutes, damn it. Well, alright,
A minute.
GG's to KitKat.
Probably ended up losing time because of not having True Master Sword for the final fights.
That is
Yeah.
true. Those sword locations were very fun.
Yeah.
You got that sword from Metro 50, and I think we were just talking about sword hunts or something, and then you found 2 in Sealed Grounds immediately.
Yeah. That was very interesting.
And we also had the like the hint stone text that was like missing a box break in
Yeah.
Deep Woods. Like
Yeah,
I guess,
that was kind of weird.
I guess the map text or like the Sandship map text is like missing that character at the end of it.
We should be getting KitKat
Yeah.
in here. As
Oh,
I said that.
speaking of-
GG.
GG's to KitKat.
GG.
Hey,
Do you
Kickout
want to
GG.
know where Magma mitts were?
I'm actually kind of curious.
They were right next to claw shots. They were in the digging spot under the tower.
Well, that's a bro moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why did you put off the boss key RBM for so long instead of doing it when you were the back half?
Here's the thing. I normally tend to do that because it's very likely the boss key is anywhere else except that. And if I did the boss key RBM and got it wrong, I just done like 2 RBMs and just wasted a lot of time.
Mhm.
And yeah, I went back and did it because, you know, it could have been useful, and it was.
Luckily, it was not in the 3rd small key chest, because then
Oh,
this
God.
race would not have been close.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm curious to whatever people did, but during the mid game, I spent a lot of time on Skyloft, which I really shouldn't have.
Yeah, Gymnast, he got a lead there. He
Yeah.
picked up loose crystals before going to Betro for the first time, so he got Betro 30 on his first visit. So he skipped the whole visit that you ended up doing, because you did one for 30, one for 10, and then did you
Yeah.
ever do 40?
Yeah, I did. I did up to
Yeah.
50, which is why I don't have TMS.
Yeah. But, you know, he got TMS because he did Betro 50 on his way to Farron after getting the Emerald Tablet.
Right, right.
And
Can we just talk about how stacked Farron was, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 swords.
Yeah.
Actually, is that it?
I think that was it.
No, I mean, for Farron, that's pretty stacked. Especially Sealed Grounds having 2 swords. That's fun.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was like, here's a sword and here's another sword. Cool.
Yeah. Here, have a sword. Here, have another sword.
And then the Betrow sword was hinted in sealed grounds as well. So
Oh yeah.
very, very sword grounds.
Yeah.
The sealed swords.
It's kind of interesting because from my point of view, this looked like a really bad seed until I got the Emerald Tablet, and then it looked like a really huge jet seed, which was kind of interesting.
Jim, Chad wants to know if you did blindfolded demise. Nope.
Yeah, the beginning
Why?
of the seed was well, I think all of the seed was kind of pretty narrow. Like,
Very narrow seed, but because it was so narrow and Linear Tablet was at the end, you skipped a lot of game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
kind of
I-
happy.
I was just gonna say the two barren hints of Mines and Sand Sea. It was like, oh, that's gonna be great information to know. But then we got Amber Tablet last, and I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I would have been able to figure that out even without those hints.
yeah, that was kind of.
I'm kind of happy that like I deduced that Fire Sanctuary Way of the Hero was Amber Tablet. Okay, well actually going into it, it could have been Mogulmits or Amber Tablet because remember I didn't have the Mogulmits, right? But I was thinking, you know what, I'll just pretend that it's Amber Tablet because half of Fire Sanctuary is locked by Mogulmit, so it's much more likely to be Amber Tablet, and you know it was. So that was cool. I'm glad I read that.
Yeah, I deduced that too, but after getting Mogulmits.
Yeah, that's such a bad Mogulmit team. Who was like ahead at that point? Like, did Mogulmit decide the race?
You got close to Jim a few times, but Jim pulled ahead on Skyloft 1 and you never caught back up.
Right.
Or Skyloft 2. Like when he came back and did the loose crystals immediately. It
Okay,
was just
yeah.
that deficit. You got really close a couple times. You guys entered Fire Sanctuary less than a minute apart. But
Alright, that's good. I'm glad I can make it a close race, and it'll be interesting to see what scores everyone gets. Yeah.
you also entered Tantalus as Jim was watching the Crest Rising cutscene, so
Nice.
you were just following each other very close together. It was a fun
Yeah.
race to watch for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, glad we could do that. I was always hoping for this to be at least a close race because you know,
Mhm.
Jim is Jim. It's like he's good at games, so yeah.
Well, Rando is also Rando, so
That's
Good
true.
point. Good point.
You can always get randoed. But yeah, for the people who are interested in it still, Jim finished his qualifier in first place with a time of 1:37.52. KitKat was in second place. Then we got CJ in third place, closely behind KitKat actually, with a time of 1:46.28. 64-bit Link with a time of 1:55.44, and Mirage IW just finished with a time. I guess this is kind of a spoiler still, considering Extreme Delay is still playing out, but he's got a time of 2:04.39.
I'm surprised CJ got in that close. That's a good time.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably gonna be really happy with this time. And gonna get a pretty good score as well.
I can't tell if it's a sarcastic offense, but I think that's probably a qualifying time. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
all right, how long?
aren't all times gonna be qualifying? I think.
Cut off
Yeah.
Yeah.
right now because not everyone's played yet. I have not played. You have not played. But for now, everything time is qualifying.
Yeah. And of course, like, you know, this was the first race, so the only people who played have got scores on the board. So yeah, but you know, there's still 5 more to go.
We'll
I
also
don't
be
know.
putting out the actual scores soon, TM, that everyone got.
Neat.
Because
Alright.
that always takes some time to calculate and stuff.
So you guys have 5 more qualifiers to look forward to. Hopefully, they'll be somewhat close to as exciting as this one.
Yeah. And with that, we hope that that you had fun here with the first qualifier match of SGL 2021 in here, where I think I can say this for all of us, that we're looking towards a very exciting tournament. And yeah, that's it from us. Unless
GG to the runners. Thanks for SpeedGaming for setting this up. Thanks to
definitely,
specifically Feasel for setting up the tracker on the fly.
yeah,
It was not ready, and then it was ready, and it worked fine as soon as it was good to go.
yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot for all the people in the backgrounds, to the runners, to our trackers as well, to Harm and Sarah, who've done tracking here. Thanks for co-commentating with me.
Let's go. And, GG, Jim, and KitKat.
And
Thank you, GG's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim.
that's it from us.